On 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. And with the season still getting up to full speed, here are the latest power rankings. Let's see who's off to the races. You look at Atlanta, they've risen to third in the latest power rankings, playing well as of late.
Well, right now for Chicago, they're fighting their way up into a higher position, trying to put those early season issues behind them and get where they believe they belong.
So a look at our starters for Orlando. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope. And it's Batadze in at the 5. These teams like to get into the half-court stand. They like to play at their pace.
Yeah, and there's not many teams like that anymore. But it's all about the details and execution for these teams to maximize their possessions.
Here's Banchero. Chicago making their last shot. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
He can play big and tough. I mean, Banchero bangs his way in.
Jackson with it. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's on Contavious Caldwell-Pope.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Chicago shooting their first free throws of the game now. Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Grant.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And it just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
Now here's Dosunmu. Drops in the 3.
Hey, when he's hitting that shot, it really helps the spacing for this team.
Yeah, if you can hit that with regularity, it opens up the floor so much more.
Here's Caldwell-Pope, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, Caldwell-Pope is one of those guys who just loves to come after you.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. I asked him how he plans to slow down Paolo Banchero, and coach told me, look, he's an all-star, so you've got to guard him with your whole team. He's big, he's strong, he can punish you down low, but he's also quick and has the ability to beat you on the perimeter. They'll have to be disciplined tonight, B.A.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
Oh, too big, too strong. It'll take more than that to stop Banchero.
Jackson down low. Working on Banchero. Jackson can't get it to go. Here's Wagner. Banked it in off the glass.
Yeah, and showing some force inside. Wagner making sure he gets his.
Spins. Jackson against Caldwell-Pope. Jackson, the pass to Dosunmu. Back to Jackson. Fires the 3. That doesn't go either for Jackson.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
And it's Dosunmu with the rebound. And here's Jackson. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Trailing by 2. Well, you knew it was simply a matter of time. It's happened. MP inking his first major shoe endorsement deal.
And MP had the same dream as a lot of young players before him, playing in the NBA in a pair of Jordans. Now that the dream's been realized, I'm sure MP couldn't be happier.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Smith, he's checked in for Chicago. Carter, he's checked in for Orlando. Now here's Jackson, coming off a solid outing against Memphis. And a missed layup.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
There's 1:34 left to play in the first. Here's Suggs. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Bulls trail by 5. Coach, you look at someone like Jalen Suggs. Man, has he improved his shot.
Yeah, Brian, I think you've always loved the effort that he brings at the defensive end of the floor. But now he's a much more efficient shooter, much more decisive, and really understands his role.
Orlando with the ball. Chicago making their last shot. And it's Wagner missing.
It's entertaining.
Jackson against Caldwell-Pope.
I've been watching this man
Fader on the way, and that's off the glass
I've
and
been
in.
watching that man for a minute.
Jackson's got 5
I've
points.
been watching
He's
Jeff.
just 2 for 7 from the field,
I'm watching
trying to
NBC
work his
before,
way
yeah.
into a rhythm.
He is
Wagner outside.
Pretty much.
The three
That's why
nails it from beyond the arc. Wagner's gotten his second bucket.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Here's Jackson. It's rebounded by Batadze. Batadze's got 5 rebounds in the game.
Yeah, those shots from him are certainly not helping their case.
Caldwell Pope, the pass to Batadze. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Caldwell Pope against Jackson. And the three-pointer goes. Give him 8 points now.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
For 3, Caldwell Pope. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And so it's the Orlando Magic, leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. And for those of you... He's checked in for Chicago. Jackson comes in for Ball. A big group substitution here for Orlando. Batadze's checked in for Carter. Wagner comes in for Isaac. Caldwell Pope's checked in for Anthony. And Suggs is subbed in for Black. On the court for the Magic. On the wings, it's Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Paolo Banchero is out there with Goga Batadze. And it's Suggs in at the point guard position. I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation.
And the playmaking skills Banchero has already are outstanding. Just such a unique young player.
Jackson with it. He's picked up by Banchero. Pass to White. Back to Jackson. From behind the arc. It's rebounded by Wagner.
Oh, love the intensity in which they're hitting the boards.
All right, let's check in with Ali LaForce.
Nikola Vucevic has seen a lot in his decade plus in the league, and he said the game has changed. Now you have centers that can pass, put the ball on the floor, make plays, and shoot threes, play like guards, and you can't get stuck in time. You have to be able to adjust.
Ali, he's certainly got the skill level.
Once he breaks out the crossover, you just know something special is about to happen.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. Caldwell Pope's got 10 points.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Step back shot. Jackson can't get it to go.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option there.
Here's Banchero. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Bulls trail by 9. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Jackson can't get it to go. The Magic shooting 35% in the second so far. Pass to Banchero. 1:07 left in the half. For 3, Caldwell Pope. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Started out strong from three-point land. Hit 2 in the first quarter, but he's gone dry since.
White finds Jackson. Pure from three-point range. Jackson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, that's a great find by White. He's such a clever and deceptive combo guard.
Caldwell Pope against Jackson. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Here's Batadze. Chicago grabs the miss. They come into this one having outplayed the Grizzlies last time.
And I think they were prepared to face pressure D, but that never materialized, so they took advantage.
And you could sense the difference in energy. They were keyed up, jumping on mistakes. They just outworked them.
Takes one from 10 feet, and it's cleared by Vucevic. Jackson on the wing. And he banks in the layup. Jackson's got 15.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Magic out in front. They lead by 4. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Welcome, everyone, to halftime. The Chicago Bulls find themselves in a good matchup here at the break.
I like to see him take it inside, man. Too many threes, too many wild threes. Got to tighten it up.
Yeah, lots of volume. All right, fellas, time now to take a look at these early season standings in the East.
Well, right now for the Bulls, they've started this season on the right foot, something we kind of expected, given their offseason. We'll see.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Dosunmu is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then there's Nikola Vucevic. And it's Jackson in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Bulls trail by 6. Back to Jackson. And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. It's good. He's got 17.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Coach, one guy who's shown a lot of growth on the offensive side of the ball is Ayo Dosunmu.
Yeah, it seems like the game is slowed down for him, and that's why everything he does looks better now. His first step, his decision-making, all of it, Brian.
Jackson can't get it to go.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Then Carroll the screen. The 3 from Suggs. Chicago with a rebound.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Pass to Dosunmu. Now Giddey. Jackson surveying the D. That doesn't go either for Jackson.
And with that miss, they're just 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
Ben Caro outside. Over Buzelis. And another miss by Orlando. And here's Jackson. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy. Focused on finishing firm at the rim. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Bulls. And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Such a skilled big. 6'10" Nikola Vucevic. He can beat you up in the post, or he can step back and hit a 3-stand.
Yeah, Brian, and he's an excellent passer as well. Throughout his career, Vucevic's teams have been very good offensively, and his versatility is a big reason for that.
Orlando making a switch here. Black's checked in. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Suggs against Jackson. For the tie, pass to Dosunmu. Back to Jackson. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. Now here's Wagner, defended by Jackson. Wagner, the pass to Suggs. Batase with a screen. Another miss. Boy, they're in a funk right now.
He hasn't hit a single shot yet, but somehow as a team, they're getting it done.
Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
You can really see their confidence growing as this game has gone on. They have reason to believe now.
Yeah, they're in this one. They have some momentum on their side, and they just need to keep up the intensity.
The floater. Oh, and Jackson with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He wants to review the game plan.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, they just have to be more patient. Less forcing and more passing.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Looking at our leaderboard here, last year, the teams that made an art out of transitioning from defense to offense. Chicago, Williams is checked in for Herter, and it's Jackson in for Giddey. Paolo Banchero, he's checked in for Orlando. Cole Anthony comes in for Wagner. Setting the floor for the Magic. It's Suggs and Anthony at the 1 and the 2. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. And it's Black in at the 3. The small forward. White on the wing. Back to Jackson. Tries the spin move. Pass to Collins. Now here's Smith. 4 on the clock. The Bulls need to get off a shot. Stolen by Carter. Black passes to Suggs. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Carter finds Banchero. 6 to shoot. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
For a young player, Banchero has tremendous footwork in the post. He stays in balance and puts defenders in awkward spots.
A big group substitution here for Chicago. Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Collins. Buzelis comes in for Smith. Dasumu, he's checked in for Williams. And Giddey's subbed in for White. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
You look at what he's doing here, and it's hard to imagine him playing much better.
Outside, Caldwell Pope.
That's good.
Suggs with a screen on Jackson. Caldwell Pope for 3. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
Well, he shoots a solid clip from deep. Caldwell Pope took advantage.
Here's Jackson. Oh, they get a hand on it. And stolen by Banchero. Suggs outside. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And now a 12-point Orlando lead. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Magic.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Well, another major...
Because he was basically laying like this instead of laying like straight. If he lays, what's his name, is trying to get him off like sideways or whatever the case may be. If they sideways, you can do like a tween. A tween will basically get you to do anything on this goddamn game.
Factor in the offensive performance was the fast break. Converting on those chances when they get them tonight.
Magic leading by 10. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Yeah, that play shows Banchero's strength and his determination.
How about Paolo Banchero, Coach? What a special talent. The first overall pick back in 2022, and then the Rookie of the Year.
Well, Brian, he's not just a scorer. He's a 6'10" playmaker, and getting that out of someone who plays on the front line and can also play as a small ball 5, Banchero's versatility makes him very valuable.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Bulls trail by 10. Here's Jackson. Fades. And no good, trying to use the glass.
The defensive breakdown gives him a wide open look, but he can't take advantage. Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up and a strong showing for the Magic.
One area where they set themselves apart today, their aggressiveness in getting steals.
It really hindered their opponent all game long. And, of course, it helped spark their own offense.
And they'll chalk this up as their third win of the year.
Always good to start a season series off with a W. They showed tonight they take this team seriously, and the next two matchups between these two should be fun.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Paolo Banchero.
And he found a way to leave his mark on every facet of the game. His activity and energy were huge factors. Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
And that's an intentional foul. He gets the first, and that increases the lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Taking care of business at the line, and he adds some cushion to their lead.
The shot by Buzel is no good. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
So the Magic win it. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, you know, some teams might buckle under the pressure towards the end. The crowd was so amped up.
Even the best teams use at least 10 games a year. Hey, they're professionals too.
What up, MP? Here's what we got going on this season.
Just wanted to play a little game for real. I will play. I will play some Call of Duty later. Guarantee you. That's, other than that, pretty much just going to get off and probably watch episode of Hour, the season finale. Sit up and watch that pretty much, and probably just chill out. Pretty much. That's probably part of the day. So I'll see y'all guys later, man. Y'all have a wonderful day. Be safe. I'll see y'all. Peace out.